Hi, I'm Nick Andrew. I'm the guitar player in Zipper Tongue, and I'm going to continue to show you some easier stuff on the guitar. Today I'm going to show you the names of the notes and how to memorise them in an easy way. And we're only going to use the E and the A strings, purely because once you learn the E and the A strings, if you learn G on the E string, for example, all you do to learn the D string is you go from the E string up 2 strings, up 2 frets, and you get the octave. If you know power chords, if you use the 3-note method, then wherever your pinky ends up is the octave of where the root note is. So that's G, A, B, etc. So let's have a wee close up and see what happens. So there's a relevance to a bumblebee here. We're going to look at all the names of the notes on the bottom 2 strings, and I'll give you an easy way to work them out. It's very important you learn to work them out, and you don't rely on a chart, because what happens if your chart falls on the floor? It's much quicker and easier if you just memorise them, and it's not that difficult. So I presume you know your alphabet from A all the way up to G. And what I'm going to tell you is that every note has a sharp in between. So if you, for example, start at D, you've got D, and then you've got D sharp, you've got E. Oh, so for example, if you start at C, you've got C, then C sharp, D, D sharp, and then you're on to E. There's 2 notes that don't have sharps, and this is the relevance of Flight of the Bumblebee. Because if you spell B, you've got B and E. A bumblebee is round, shouldn't be able to fly, and isn't sharp. So B and E don't have sharps. That's the way you remember it. So if we look at, we'll start on the A string actually, seeing as it's alphabetical. So we're going to start with the note of A. Next fret, A sharp. Next in the alphabet is B. Remember, B's are round, they're not sharp, so B has no sharp. On to C. And then after C, C has a sharp. D. D has a sharp. To E. E is part of B, like bumblebee, so B has, E has no sharp. On to F. F sharp. G. G sharp. Now because the musical alphabet is cyclical, it comes back to the start again. So after G and G sharp is A. Now, you ever laying awake at night wondering why there's 2 dots at the 12th fret? That's because everything starts again at the 12th fret. Okay? So the good news is you only have to learn up to the 12th fret. So let's have a look at the bottom string, the E string. So we've got E. Does E have a sharp? Nope. So straight on to the next letter of the alphabet, which is F. F isn't contained in the word B, so it does have a sharp. And then after F sharp is G. G sharp. And then back to the start again, which is A. Then A sharp. B. Remember B has no sharp. Which we're on to C, C sharp, on to D, D sharp, back to E again. Okay. Now, you can learn them all like that, but the way that I prefer to learn them in the quickest way is that use some of the chords that you probably already know. There's G. Why is G called G? Because the bottom note is G. E, F, F sharp, G. What about C? Same fret on the A string. C is called C because the bottom note is C. Don't play it like that. Play it like that. Just for today. So that's C. So if you remember that's G and that's C, look at the dots. G, G sharp, A sharp, B. So you got G, A, B, C. Now Now if you follow the dots, you just go alphabetically. C, D, E. So G, A, B, C, D, E. From there on, you can work out E has no sharp, there's F, like that. Or you can go down the way. If we go down the way, we can go G, F sharp, F. There's another F. So that's quite an easy way to figure out where all the notes are. Okay. One last thing, you probably heard of flats as well as sharps. So it gets a little bit confusing, but not too much. If I'm on G, remember that's G, G, and I go up 1 fret, I'm on G sharp. Okay? Did you ever get told to sharpen up at school? Oi, you boy, sharpen up. So sharps always go up the way. If I go to A and I want to play the fret down, if I want to play A flat, you flatten something down when you flatten something. You don't flatten up. So if you've got a flat, it always goes down from the note. So A goes down, A flat. Okay? A flat, G, G sharp. Why is there 1 fret that's got 2 names? That's for another video, but there is a reason. So that's the idea of finding the notes on the neck. It's quite important that you, when you learn a song, you analyse it, and don't just learn it by shape. Try learning the names of the notes as well. It always helps, because you might have to explain it to a keyboard player. So you can't say to a keyboard player, oh, it's just an L shape from the 5th fret. So you should know the names of the notes. So I hope that helps. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, nickjitsu, and don't forget to have a look, have a listen, and buy the album Above All Noise by Zipperton. I've also got solo albums out, Nick Andrew solo, and I've got a book out, it's called The Backseat Bedroom. So thank you for joining me, and see you soon.